I'm very interested in the example in the report about sharks and how big an impact they can have if they're allowed to come back.
It is quite amazing, and it's a really interesting story because it isn't really that they kill a lot of the herbivorous fish. So what happens is in coral reefs, the fish live in, their home, their protection is in the coral itself. And then they move out of the coral and feed on the seagrass beds outside of the coral reefs. When they reach high abundances, they can overgraze seagrass beds. And sometimes they're still hungry and then they grump through the sediments again. And once they do that, then they also disturb the sediments and release a lot of the organic carbon that's stored in the sediments. And then that gets decomposed in the water column. What the sharks do is as they swim by, these fish recognize a predator and they're scared, and so they retreat back into the coral reef. It's that fear that they induce into their prey that actually is more impactful because there are fewer fish feeding on the seagrass. Just even in the coral reef in Australia, the Great Barrier Reef, calculations show that there's enough carbon that could be sequestered if you maintain good shark populations to offset all of Brisbane's CO2 emissions from fossil fuel burnings. And Brisbane is really, really keen, to have a carbon neutral footprint. So this is one way that people in Brisbane can also connect with the coral reef and really think about sustainability, literally in their backyard.